Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BPW Blitz. My name is Cassidy. I'll be on comms for you this evening. And we got some exciting action here for you for week 2 of BPW Blitz. We'll have Lynn Rose versus Kelly Mitch for the Rising Star qualifiers. They should take place on Grand Kickoff. And speaking of qualifiers, we also have Universal Title qualifier. The main event, as we see Tetsuya Suzuki take on Rory. But I've been out for a little bit too long. Let's get straight on into the action. We're going to start things off strong, start things off hot. We're going to start and see Natalie Claire versus Wolf.
All is right on Friday nights. Let's get to the action, baby. And kicking us off, here comes Natalie Claire.
Natalie Claire. We saw her with some very strong words out to the entire BPW roster last week.
Very strong words indeed.
Not
After
a fan of the disrespect shown around here in BPW, hoping to maybe change things with a match this week, showing us that the right way might be the best way to kickstart your career here in Royal High.
indeed, even after both attacks by Misty, got tongue tied for God's sake, and then the other attack on Tuesday this past week by another victim, obviously sent Natalie over the edge. And hopefully she can get off to a good start here in BPW against another prospect here in Royal High as well.
Well, if I was Natalie Claire in that ring right now, I wouldn't only just be thinking of the man who's about to start making his way down to the ring, Wolf. I'd also be thinking maybe there's a target on my back. Maybe I have to watch extra careful, eyes in the back of my head. We know that Mister's very capable of striking when you least expect it.
Especially we found it out with Jacob Stone. His back was turned, she struck, she can come out anywhere, even from the front row.
So not only does Natalie Claire have to worry about Wolf in this match, but we're going to see, does she have to maybe start fighting for her life near the end? Maybe an impromptu 2v1 match will begin later on. And speaking of beginning, you see Wolf back into his corner. Always composed, always ready, a smile on his face.
Always full of energy wherever he goes. Can't wait to see what these two do in their debut here in BPW.
Now we see the ref making sure both competitors are ready.
Has this ref done an English exam? Doesn't look like they can spell.
This referee seems like they took one too many Percocets before they started getting in the ring. But here we go.
War for the lockup. Cup center of the ring. When that now went for the best. Quickly transitioned into a hammerlock.
You see that they're offering for a fist bump, maybe showing a sign of respect, but it looks as though Wolf didn't seem to try and take advantage of it too much, just a simple hammerlock, trying to show that, hey, I'll respect you with my actions instead of just little gestures towards you. Now,
I mean, actions do speak louder than words, so I think that is a good point.
Actions do speak louder than words, that's right, Kyle, and Wolf is going to make sure that he hopefully deafens the crowd here at Royal High with his actions towards Natalie Claire.
Elbows to Nat. Don't know what he's going for. Whipping into the opposite corner. Wolf's touch on your back. Nat ducks underneath. Leave corner Meteora.
Very quick start here. Back and forth offense between
And
these
a
two as a drop kick.
Natalie Claire is on fire now with a lariat.
These beautiful strike combinations. Very quickly keeping Wolf on his toes here. As now Natalie Claire springboards
What you
up
think
to
of
the
that
top of a moonsault.
Cover, here we go. 1, 2, kick out 2.
Now, kick out of 2 this early goes to show that Sure, it was only a 2 count. It didn't quite get the job done. Wolf has plenty of gas left in the tank in this match, but maybe it's a show of surprise. Maybe Wolf didn't expect Natalie Claire to come out hot in the gates at this upcoming match at the moment.
Well, both competitors are very unknown to each other, and plus, this is the first time we've seen them in the BPW ring, so we don't really know what they're capable of. But we're seeing it right now. Both
That's
of them can go
right.
at it. Yeah, what is
We see that fiery spirit from Natalie Claire
Oh
coming
my
into
God.
play. She gets sniped out the sky with a jumping knee strike.
We use the term high risk for a reason, and that just goes to show it can backfire in a second. We just seen it right there.
Just as much as the rewards could be high, Kyle, the risks are just as higher, and we saw Natalie Claire show that off here tonight. Now Wolf throwing her back on the inside, firmly in control now after that stiff knee on the outside.
Springboard off the rope, springboard crossbody.
Springboard crossbody from Wolf himself showing, hey, I have just as much aerial acumen as you do in this ring. As he goes
again.
for a cover.
1, 2, kick out at 2. And already both competitors are coming out of the gates hot, and they look like they can bring the energy, not only into matches, but probably to BPW as a whole.
Well, speaking of energy, you notice that for a split second, Wolf seemed to slow down the brakes after that springboard crossbody, and now he's trying to get the momentum back in with a deadlift into a spine buster. If I was Wolf, I wouldn't allow those split seconds can turn into minutes later on. I wouldn't allow Natalie Claire to breathe more than she is right now.
I wouldn't let anyone breathe for a split second. Get the offense in while you can.
Hey, well, people need room to breathe, Kyle, and if you give them long enough in a wrestling match, then that room to breathe might choke you out instead.
Indeed.
Now we see these elbows from Wolf, raining them down lefts and rights.
But still, taking that break. And yes. Yeah. What?
And we know this man has a track record in multiple companies he's been in with pissing off the HR department. And now it looks like he's going to add BPW to his list, but a handspring insecurity from Natalie Claire.
How many?
So she doesn't need HR to whip your ass, she can do it for you.
It just goes to show, even HR or not, she can go at it. Diving Meteora.
Beautiful diving Meteora, perfect execution from Natalie Claire as she rolls back up to her feet. What's he looking for here? Prime position in the corner, Wolf staggering to his feet.
I wouldn't be where Wolf is right now. Nat might be thinking something big.
Sizing up,
charging
Wolf.
In, drop kick into the corner.
Beautiful shotgun drop kick. Bouncing Wolf off the corner and an uppercut combination on the way down.
Nice uppercut, followed by roundhouse kick.
We see this beautiful striking acumen from Natalie Claire, getting her very far in this matchup.
Throwing Wolf outside the ring. What could she be thinking of?
Natalie Claire looking for that triangle moonsault, springs off the corner.
Wolf caught her. Wolf caught her.
Catching her out the sky like a shotgun pellet to a clay pigeon.
Okay. I'm only guessing powerbomb. Nat slips out.
Leaping clothesline. Wolf once more taking her head off of that leaping clothesline. As we see the fans of Royal High wolfing out for this flurry of offensive display from Real Wild Wolf.
I don't know if that's a term.
Well, terminology or not, Kyle, these fans at Royal High are loving the fight they're seeing right now. They're seeing these two destroy each other for your all's entertainment. Are you not entertained, Royal High?
I think the crowd can speak for you. Yeah, they are entertained by a long shot.
We see Wolf throwing Ali back inside. Momentum firmly once again in his control. calling out to the crowd, drawing the energy from his favorite
Going for the
mascot,
tornado
the
kick.
Kool-Aid Man. But now
Nice legs on the
finding him a
Pele.
beautiful Pele kick.
Wolf
Now we see
stop.
Nat.
Wolf stunned. What's Nat thinking of?
Nat stumbling off to the corner instead, going for the lateralis. That corkscrew Insiguri.
Brutal thing. Brutal little move right there. There, she needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal and equalize on this opportunity right now.
Wolf was
Wait a
swinging for the
minute.
tornado kick, but
Misty,
wait a second, that's missed.
Misty. There's the point we made earlier. There's the point we made earlier. Yeah, she could come out anywhere. That.
Oh, come on. Just as we was about to get our first normal match of the proceedings, the first match that was just like all respectful, really showing what BPW can put on to the fans at Royal High. We see Misty come over and disrespect Natalie Claire once more, and actually stomping the hell out of her.
This is ridiculous. This was a great match. It's disqualification either way. And that's one match either way by disqualification, but this is just ridiculous at this point. What's this about anyway? What's this?
Somebody needs to stop this right now. The ref needs to get some security involved, needs to contact management. Maybe GM Breezy would get his ass down here and maybe decide...
Where the hell is Breezy? He needs to be out here right now. This is ridiculous.
Now we see these stomp combinations and now Misty.
Oh, wait a minute.
You got the deranged look in her eye as she holds the board up for the lucid dreams.
That coast to coast. Brutal as ever. And I think, and enough's enough. You proved your point. Just stop.
And Natalie's dream of hopefully starting off her first BPW match of a clean win has just died. See the slow walk, making her way down to the ring. You hear the music swell. The confidence of this woman, Tina Smith.
What I'm wondering is who is going to answer that open challenge?
One can only tell. I mean, I'm sure all the Royal High fans might have their bets, but we're going to have to hear what Tina Smith has to say right here, right now. And the crowd not already too happy being in the presence of Tina Smith.
Already despising her. The match hasn't even started yet. One can only imagine what type of...
She's barely even said any words, and at the moment the fans want her to choke.
And already she's expressing her distaste for the fans.
Tina Smith. I wonder what she has on her mind. A lot in store. A new up-and-comer on the independent circuit, looking to make a name for herself, I'm sure.
Too much yapping on her part.
If it were me, I'd skip all that yapping and I'd get straight to fighting. I'd call my shots. And maybe that's what she's here to do. She's here to possibly prove, maybe herself, and to any of the non-believers at the back, what she's capable of.
That or her opponent, I just... Forgive me, sorry. My headset must have cut myself off.
Hey, you're fine. I mean, we don't have the highest budget here at Royal High. Sometimes our headsets can be all wishy-washy.
Sorry. As I was saying, If I was her opponent, I'd just cut her off straight. You know. Whoa. Oh.
Speaking of cutoffs,
And who has answered the call?
the one, the only
G
G Brizzy. I'm sure he agrees, like everyone else around here, that we've had enough of Tina Smith yapping, and we want to see some
Saving me
action.
from the yap.
We want to see
Now,
some action.
now. Before I say anything else, let me introduce myself right here. My name is G Brizzy. Alright? I'm the next big thing to walk on planet Earth, alright? Now, I'm out here to accept your challenge, Tina. But let's make things a little more interesting. You see, there so happens to be an unannounced match for the Rising Star qualifiers. So how about this? You and me, we fight for the spot inside this tournament. Winner goes on to face whoever's putting our way. Capiche?
Oh! Woo!
Big challenge here to kick off from G Brizzy.
Let's go, G Breezy.
Good, because there won't be any second chances for kissing my sweet hiney once I beat you and win this whole dang tournament.
Heine.
G
I don't think
Breezy, hooah. That's my pick, hooah.
I don't think I've heard anyone use the word Heine for a good solid decade. But I don't even have to worry about that at the moment now. We got another match here, scheduled right now. Breezy versus Tina Smith. Winner goes on to the Rising Star qualifier next week.
Match underway now. G Breezy with the lockup.
Initiating a lockup.
That wrist lock. G Breezy, hooah. Gonna take it all the way, hooah.
Very interesting to see. Tina Smith still having the wings on for good luck. Breezy still having the chain on. Now Tina Smith rolls through off the wrist lock position.
I don't think you understand that way. G Breezy king of the G spot, as the crowd is saying. I don't think you understand what he could do in this ring, especially against Tina Smith. He has the crowd on his side. He has a momentum on his side. I trust him.
Now, I don't think that crowd chant here in Royal High is PG. But what I can tell you now is that G Brizzy looking for a splashdown as he tightropes the walks into a beautiful arm drag.
Well, I mean, when's the last time you saw something very PG in high school?
I can't say for certain.
Exactly.
I can
That's
really
what I
comment.
thought.
I can really comment on a statement like that. I don't want to lose my job, but what I do want to see is I want to see G Brizzy getting some more offense, getting some more strikes. Show
And
these
there's
people at Royal High what it means.
There's a third forearm strike, hooah.
We see Tina Smith runs in, but G Brizzy, ever the crafty veteran, keeping hold of her.
And G Breezy, he can really bring something new to every up-and-comer here in BPW.
Absolutely.
And Tina Smith with the massive clothesline, laying out G Breezy.
Huge clothesline. Swinging momentum back to her side.
Tina, more than average strength for a woman her size.
Big body slam. Showing that she may have the power game in this matchup over G Brizzy. We know G Brizzy has a very unorthodox style of offense that he can display. But Tina Smith wanted to make sure he doesn't get a chance to show it off. Keeping it low and slow, slowing it down with these vicious knee drops.
The knee drops, targeting the back, targeting the neck, making sure G Breezy can't go on the ropes there, using his quick, fast offense.
Well, how's a man going to hit his high-pace, high-flying offensive maneuvers when he's kept down on the ground with Tina Smith and these knee drops?
Now
She
with the
rolls over
pin,
G
but a
Breezy.
kick out. G Breezy's still in this, thankfully so. I don't think anybody wants to see Tina Smith with the win over G Breezy tonight.
Especially not considering how she's already disrespected the fans here at Royal High. Not even a few minutes before she graced her presence in the ring.
It's nothing but a G thing for G Breezy.
Well, Real G is moving silence like lasagna, and Breezy's going to need to start moving silently if he wants to get this momentum back on his offense.
And he just did with that high knee, sending down Tina Smith. Now G Breezy trying to get that momentum back in his favor. Trying to go for that quick offense. What he's known for, what he's good at with that elbow strike.
Now sharp adrenaline is now coursing through G Breezy's veins. He pulls in Tina Smith for a knee to the gut. A high knee combination.
Sending her stumbling back a little. He's definitely got her rocking. And I ain't talking about the way he's used to. Ducking under Tina Smith. I think she was going for that lariat with the massive poison Rana. Jeez.
Tina Smith almost spiked on her head on impact.
Not a soft landing of any stretch of the imagination. And G Breezy, momentum saw greatly in his favor, if anything.
G Breezy already calling for the finale here of a standing double rotation moonsault.
Athletic man G Breezy does his cardio, does his Pilates with the cover. One.
I know I almost
two,
saw G Breezy land on his neck on impact, but it doesn't matter. It's still getting the job done as kick out of 2 from Tina Smith showing she's still alive and she's still got plenty of fight left.
Ooh, G Breezy tossing Tina Smith out very fast. Oh, time to fly. Who?
Air traffic control. Get ready for takeoff as G Breezy is showing us what he can do. But just picked out that sky with a vicious clothesline.
Massive clothesline sending G Breezy straight down onto the floor. Probably the worst landing he could have taken from that clothesline. Now throwing him inside. G Breezy.
And with the rotations that G Breezy was doing, and off the impact off the clothesline that Tina Smith managed to hit to him, you almost saw his head ricocheting back off of the apron from the impact. Now the Raven Bomb.
Jackknife power bomb. It could be over for G Breezy, unfortunately. No, come on, G Breezy. Hua. 1, 2. Toe kick out by G Breezy.
Narrow kick out at 2 from G Breezy.
Barely managing to stay in here, and Tina Smith, I think she's looking for something else here to put away G Breezy.
And we saw G Breezy clutch at the back there. Maybe this is Tina's chance to capitalize on a weak spot. To capitalize on that opening that she got herself with the Raven Bomb. So that she can put this match to bed and be the one that you see in the Rising Star qualifier next week. Tina Smith lifting up G Breezy once again. Could be looking for another Raven Bomb here.
Come on, G Breezy. Hua. Tries to the Raven driver. Oh, G Breezy slipping down.
Oh, hold up. 1, 2, 3.
G Breezy. G Breezy's taking the dub out of nowhere. Nothing but a G thing for this man. Hua. G Breezy. Hua.
And G Breezy capitalizing in a big way during the hey. Whilst he's got all the balls, the glamour, and the 6 inches to be doing some insane high-flying spots, he can just as quickly beat you with just a simple roll-up. He's got the speed, he's got the in-ring IQ, he's got the smarts, and he's your man in the Rising Star qualifier next week.
The board G Breezy, Tina Smith issuing the open challenge but couldn't get the job done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, up next is going to be Lynn Rose versus Kenny Rich, #1 contender for the Rising Star Championship.
Ah, another day, another pump. Another chance to dominate my Iron Kingdom. Oh yeah. That's right, feel the burn. Welly, welly. Oh, look at you, just strutting in here like you got a clue what you're doing. What is that? 5-pound dumbbells for arms? You come from endurance, champ? Real inspiring.
I'm sorry. If you want to fight, go ask someone else. I need to stick up to my routine.
Hey, listen, buddy. You're in my temple, my empire, and you? Well, you're just a visitor. You're running my space with your cute little routines. You know what? Your routine over here it just makes you weak. I'm the stronger one here, pal. And so while I get better, why don't we just put these reps to the test, huh, big guy? You know what?
If you think you are so strong and so smart, all right, let's fight.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Step in the ring and make it real, pal.
Wait,
Come on. Oof.
wait, I'm not ready.
Hey, I'm a rabbit dog. You ain't ready for me, pal. Oof, 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 oof.
All right, let's fight.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this. Rah! Oh, hey, come back here, you. Ah, what the fuck? Hey. Oh, fuck.
Come
Hey,
on.
before you go fight real, before you fight fake, bitch. Hey, what? Why are you looking at me? Oh God!
Come here, cameraman. Come here, cameraman. Did you see how I beat this cocky muscle guy? I'm gonna tell you that it's not the first time that this shit happens. And guess what? I just signed a contract to BPW. And I want to take the best what this company has to offer. So now I want to announce that I'm submitting myself into the Rising Star qualifiers next week. And I promise to you that I will beat everyone just like I beat this muscle guy. See you next week in my hometown, Miami, Florida, baby!
What an announcement, Nick Abel going into the Rising Star tournament. But now
Live
here we are.
broadcasted from the local gym. We saw Nick Abel throw down the gauntlet for that Rising Star qualifiers. And speaking of Rising Star qualifiers, we have a Rising Star qualifier match. Lynn Rose entering first, but before we talk about the proceedings, I am legally obligated to mention that there is some breaking news in the local Rawhide area as a escaped convict has apparently been last been spotted around the area.
Out comes Kenny Rich, and the crowd does not like him, referring him as Kenny that word. I cannot say it, or I will be kicked off of this job.
Well, Kenny Rich is taking a moment to drink in the fans.
At this school, you lunatic. Jeez.
Well, we know there's already an escaped convict nearby. Maybe Kenny Rich can enlist help with some friends in committing acts of arson against Rawhide, but I'd hope not. This is my only job. I don't want to go back to working 3 jobs before I got this gig.
That's very fair. And Kenny Rich, for our sakes, I hope you're not that escaped convict, considering you have the mentality of one.
Well, I hope Kenny is rich if he burns down Rawhide.
I think
Because-
he's projecting. I think he wants to be rich. That's why he's named himself Kenny Rich.
I know many different places here that would only give you a hot dog and a handshake for your wrestling efforts. BPW Blitz is not one of those places.
Yeah, he's working for a Cliff Bar and a high five. I don't do that around here.
As we hear the chants from Row High.
Match started. Lynn Rose, Kenny Rich, both circling the ring. The ring. God.
Well, the hatred for Kenny Mitch is already coursing through the air as we saw what he did last week.
Despicable man, and a lot of things rhymed with Rich. But now Kenny Rich with that headlock. Oh, Lynn Rose pushing off. Oh, drop down, leapfrog.
Leapfrog from Lynn
Lynn
Rose
Rose
into a beautiful arm drag.
Taking all that momentum Kenny Rich built up with a second arm drag, following it up.
A third arm drag, just completely tossing Kenny Rich around the ring.
Kenny Rich is he calls himself the dishonored one. I didn't know he had honor in the first place.
Well, if he had any honor left in his heart, he surely hasn't presented it to anyone here at Row High thus far. And Kenny Rich he's very lucky to be in this match to begin with. The vicious assault happened last week on the first episode of BPW Blitz that he was responsible for, and now he's getting rewarded for this display of disrespect by being put in a qualifier match. But here's hoping that the Row High fans and Lynn Rose herself could take out Kenny Rich. But it looks like if Lynn Rose is not careful enough, she's going to take herself out more than she's going to take out Kenny.
Kenny top rope now. I think he's going to look for something from the top rope, launching down. What diving move are you going to do now, man?
Getting in position, eyeing up.
Oh, jeez. Orihara moonsault.
Big Orihara moonsault.
Forgive me for butchering that name. Oh, and just stopping at the floor. Come on, dude. Just bring it back inside. Be a little, humble. Show a little humility. You bastard.
We see Kenny Rich putting those educated feet to good use with these series of stomps on the floor, adding insult to injury to that
Very
moonsault
used
that
to
you get earlier.
stomping for things that he wants, like a little baby.
Well, Kenny Mitch, he's not in the business of giving. He's in the business of taking.
I cannot repeat what this crowd is saying, but that is very funny.
Right now, Kenny Rich is taking Lynn Rose's head smooth off with these stiff elbows.
And what is he looking for here with a backdrop suplex? Sending her straight crashing down.
The crowd here at Row High is getting very rowdy. I think in the preview of this matchup, we're going to have to cut out most of the crowd audio because I don't think we can play any of this with the current TV deal we have. But what I can tell you right now is that Lynn Rose is still fighting. She kicks out at 2 from that big backdrop suplex.
And Kenny Rich visibly distraught after that. Doesn't like that one bit.
You can see the desperation start to seep in. You know, Kenny Rich, as he's shown us all, not the type of guy who has a big patience, has loads of patience.
Yeah, very angry man. He needs to get that figured out. But Lynn Rose now, forearms and an Irish whip to the corner.
Kenny Rich floats over.
Lynn Rose right on the apron. Kenny Rich trying to go for that elbow and another forearm smash by Lynn Rose.
Lynn Rose sending Kenny Rich back. Following that with a beautiful springboard crossbody. Both competitors are down momentarily. Lynn Rose sliding into the cover here.
1, 2, but a kick out by Kenny Rich. Not enough to keep him down for the 3. But Lynn Rose now momentum fully in her favor. Can she capitalize on it?
We see the fans showing their appreciation for Lynn Rose. I heard she's done a lot for the community.
Took the cat from a house fire.
She saved a cat from a house fire. I heard that when she has spare change after doing her shopping in a local grocery store nearby Roll High, that she likes to put her change in the charity box and then put a couple of pennies in the fountain for good luck before she enters the arena.
Jeez. Rolling Lariat by Kenny Rich.
Beautiful rolling lariat.
I've heard Lynn Rose tips 50% in restaurants. What a saint.
Now, I heard Lynn Rose, she doesn't like playing violent video games like GTA 5 because she starts crying when she has to hold a gun to an NPC, but what I can tell you now is that these sentimental actions that she has right now can only get her so far before she gets caught with that fall-away slam and sent back into the other side of the ring, tossed and sauced by Kenny Rich.
Kenny Rich, I don't know if you noticed, but Lynn Rose isn't exactly from this school. I think you're missing a few brain cells there from getting kicked too much from your cowboy days, boy. That was too mean. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus, what is the crowd saying as Kenny Rich throws Lynn Rose to the corner?
I think you're more than right to be a little bit mean to Kenny Rich right now. Completely disrespectful.
But Lynn Rose floating, going through the ropes onto the apron, hitting a nice combo, ending it with the sunset flip powerbomb into the cover. 1, 2, tall but lifting the shoulder. Kenny Rich barely surviving. I think Lynn Rose needs to end this match soon, or I think she's doomed to lose.
Well, Lynn Rose has to get back on the offensive maneuver soon, but she doesn't have too long to breathe as Kenny Rich hoists her with that belly-to-belly suplex, keeping momentum firmly in his position.
Yeah, it's quite difficult seeing Kenny Rich. It seems like nothing can keep him down for long enough for Lynn Rose to think of a strategy to keep him down for good.
And Kenny Rich setting up here. What could he be looking for?
Oh, and they say Kenny Rich put the cat in the house fire.
Maybe like that one orange cat in 2006. He's going to burn it all down to the ground with that buckshot lariat.
No, he hit the ref, no!
But he hit the referee.
Lynn Rose is going overheat.
Beautiful spinning heel kick from Lynn Rose, but there's no referee. The referee's firmly down off of that buckshot.
Oh, come on, ref, please. I don't want this dude to win.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He would have been out for the 10 count at this point.
6, 7. It was at least a 7 or 8 count.
Kenny Rich rolling out as Lynn Rose helps the ref. Obviously, she helped the 3 old ladies cross the street back to back to back, even though she was on the opposite side of town. What a saint.
Well, we know Lynn Rose always looking to help her with a stiff chair shot.
What?
She was looking to help her biggest NFT Funky Monkey endorser, Real Ref Steve, but it looks as though her niceness may have been her downfall here in this match.
No.
Dead eye. Bullseye from Kenny Rich.
No,
and that
Lynn
is over.
Lynn Rose could not get it done. The momentum was just too much in Kenny Rich's favor.
I think the only man right now who's happy with this outcome is Kenny Rich himself.
Kenny Rich has a signed copy of Mein Kampf from Kanye West. What an evil man. What an evil man.
Well, the blood of the BPW locker room must be boiling here. You know, Kenny Rich, if you think about it, has been rewarded by winning the chance to go in the Rising Star.
I don't even think his family likes him. Dishonored.
Dishonored or not, what we can say at the end of this is that Kenny Rich is moving on to that Rising Star Championship. And speaking of moving on, we got one more qualifier left for you for our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Tetsuya Suzuki is taking on Rory.
Oh, and out comes Rory. The emo fringe is back in style with her.
Now, Rory, they have a lot to prove, knowing their brother DMK watching the crowd, hopefully looking to put a smile on his face.
Let's see what she has tonight in store for Tetsuya Suzuki. Bald. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Anyway, Tetsuya Suzuki, El Toro,
Everyone's favorite, bold,
favorite thumb-looking man. Look at him. Look at him.
mildly bull-related man.
What an awesome man. I can shining like a mirror, glowing like a diamond. Look at that man.
Well, I heard that Tetsuya Suzuki got his haircut from the one and only Lynn Rose, helping out the community one more step at a time.
He was donating it to cancer. What a hell of a man.
We see both men getting ready. Tetsuya Suzuki adjusting his arm condom. Sorry, arm sleeve.
Rory getting ready, mentally prepping themselves. And I think the tough love is just the crowd's way of loving Tetsuya Suzuki. He's lovable that way. Looking like my favorite Drain the Rock Johnson impersonator. What a man.
He's giving what the crowd gave back to him. The crowd showing a little bit of banter towards him, calling him bold. And Tetsuya Suzuki loves vibing with the energy here of Roll High. He loves a little back and forth. But just as much as he loves doing that, as he loves showing off his technical prowess.
Oh, mess with the bull, you get the horns. Come on, Baldy. I'm sorry. I gotta stop. I'm sorry. I wanna hold my hand up to his head and say Michael Jordan. I just have that.
Well, let's hope you're not holding up any red carpet over your face, or else Tetsuya Suzuki might start diving for you at the commentary booth. But
no,
now
I love that man. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. Oh, with the massive forearms right to the face of Suzuki.
Well, the horns are being put to the test. You know, they say that Tetsuya Suzuki. They say that Samoans have hard heads, but Tetsuya Suzuki, a big fan of the bull. Maybe his head's a little bit hard enough to take these extra forearm smashes.
A lot of power for a little person. Referring to Rory here. But I think the new breed and the Toro are about to crash right into each other, and they're doing something and colliding with a massive forearm. El Toro full speed ahead. All sides
Charging in.
Straight right into the turnbuckle.
And much like in the Japanese indies, he charges in for a strike, and instead his head meets the turnbuckle.
And stomps by Rory, the new breed, right from the corner. Ref breaking it up. And Tetsuya Suzuki pulling himself up. I think he's ready for more. You know, I think I have some insider information of how Tetsuya Suzuki got his nickname. He saved a little boy that went into the bullpen in a rodeo. Oh, Jesus! Slamming his head straight onto the turnbuckle.
Just bouncing Rory's head off like a ping pong ball. They're looking a little dazed. There's now some forearm smashes from Tetsuya Suzuki. The
Ref
crowd
checking up
can't
on
get enough
Rory
of El Toro.
Oh! Cannonball Senton! Rory down on the mat.
Rory looking dazed. Tetsuya
Definitely
Suzuki
got
dragging them to the center, looking for that cover.
1, 2. Oh, but a kick out by the new breed. El Toro. Not letting up on the offense, though. Hammer fists.
Raining down these hammer fist clubs, forging a path of destruction against Rory. Lifting them up in a suplex position, but Rory able to step out of it.
Rory with the massive snap. Suplex, jeez.
Snap suplex.
Quickly
You just see-
lifting up.
You just see Tetsuya Suzuki's body whiplashing off the canvas.
Oh, but Tetsuya Suzuki rolling to the apron. Rory stepping out there to meet him. Up of both men on the apron, hardest part of the ring.
Very precarious position. We've seen many competitors be around
Oh,
this part of the
whoa.
ring. But Tetsuya Suzuki's spine may have just wrapped around that ring post.
Rory still targeting that spine. First that snap suplex now, launching him straight into the post. With the
Oh,
massive
and a
elbow
huge
smash.
diving elbow smash.
Rory,
And you got to one there.
Whoa.
Oh, you go ahead, Wolf. Don't worry. Don't let me cut you off.
Give me, but Rory, momentum in their favor. What could they be thinking about next here outside, next to our announce table?
Well, if I was Rory, I would have noticed that Tetsuya Suzuki's back has already taken plenty of punishment. That snap suplex almost bounced him over to that ring apron, which gave Rory enough time for them to smack Suzuki's back off the ring post as they tried to whip into a barricade. Reverse whips here.
Oh, Joe, straight into the barricade. That
And the
was
barricade.
not a nice landing. But already at a count of 8, they got to get in there first before it ends in a double count out.
Could be looking for the running of the bulls, but
Oh, barely getting in.
Rory just
Tetsuya,
managing
you got to
to
get
slide
in.
back in.
Oh, no. Rory breaking up the count. Rolling back out. They have to start at
But
1
Rory,
again.
unlike the first week of BPW, we're seeing a respectful exchange in the main event. Rory showing that while they have a lot to prove still to their brother, they're not going to give up without a fight, without a true fight that these fans at the Roll High would love to see. This is what it's all about here in BPW Blitz.
Definitely for the people this match. Tetsuya Suzuki and Rory both looking for a massive, massive win for the Universal Championship and a diving leg drop.
Diving leg drop. Ping that big tree trunk leg around Tetsuya Suzuki's neck.
With the pin and a toe, but Tetsuya Suzuki
Lifting the shoulder up.
holding that neck. I think he's struggling to breathe here. I think that leg drop hit him a little too hard.
Tetsuya gasping for air. You know that throw of his has got to be a little bit more swelled up, a little bit more closed after feeling the effects of that diving leg drop. But Suzuki's saying he's fine. He's saying he's still good to go.
Tetsuya Suzuki, lots of heart, this man, lots of strength. Mental and physical, and oh, massive drop kick right to the face. Oh, and Rory hyped up.
Rory roaring at Tetsuya Suzuki.
What a tongue twister there. I'm not repeating that.
Well, I heard Peter Piper picked something of peppers.
Peter Piper picked up pepper with El Toro.
El Toro shoving off Rory here. Oh my god!
Jesus! Rest of the bull, you get the horns!
Rory just got hit. Just got
Right
sent
next-
like a missile.
I felt the air all the way over here! Just from that shockwave, jeez!
It's
Don't
almost as
mess
if
with Tetsuya, little person!
it's almost as if I got smacked by the wind itself, as if God was telling me that I just witnessed a murder in front of my eyes. But
Oh, stomps to the back by Tetsuya Suzuki onto Rory.
I'm transitioning into a beautiful camel clutch.
Let's see
Looking
if
to
Rory's
bring
gonna.
them back, make him humble.
They better sit down. Rory, let's see if they're gonna tap. Tetsuya
Rushing.
wrenching the back.
Ref's in
Oh,
prime
and fully
position.
sits on it. Oh. Oh, Rory, I think they reached the ropes. About to get it. Oh, rope break.
Just barely avoiding that camel clutch.
I'll
see-
give credit where credit is due. Rory is lasting a long time with El Toro here. Looking for that spear. Oh, drop toe
Rory-
hold.
Simple drop toe hold into a toxic amputation.
A regal stretch. Is Tetsuya Suzuki gonna tap here?
Rory showing that, well, you may try and break my back and make me humble. I was the one who did it first in this match, and I'm going to show all that pain, all that violence that I've been bringing to you throughout these past 9 minutes is all worth it, and that's going to be the one that gets me towards that Universal Championship.
Tetsuya barely inching towards those ropes, inching backwards.
Just struggling. He's caught like a fly in a Venus flytrap.
Oh, with a foot rope break. Smart
Just
ring
wrapping.
IQ. Very
Just
smart
enough.
play. A smart play for Suzuki here.
Now Rory has to let go.
What could Rory be looking for here? Toxic amputation and couldn't put down El Toro. So what could they be sizing him up for tonight?
I think they're looking for their last shot, their little bow tie on the gift, the crowning jewel that's going to take them to the top into the Universal title qualifier scene. Come on, Rory. Think about what DMK's thinking of you right now. Going for the Soul Snatcher. Here we go.
Oh,
count.
Jesus!
Sending them back from whence they came.
Bouncing straight off the turnbuckle like a ragdoll, lifting in suplex.
Suplex position, swinging out.
Bakinetsu.
Bakinetsu. Shouten Kai, see ya, bye, Rory. It's all said and done. 1, 2, 3. Tetsuya Suzuki wins your Universal title qualifier. What a match.
Bakunetsu. Goodbye, man. Rory put up half of a fight. Both competitors did, but Tetsuya just wanted a bit more.
Well, if I was Rory right now, I'd still be very proud of my performance here in this main event. They gave it their all. They gave it their best shot.
Absolutely,
In the
nothing
end.
to be ashamed of. Just unfortunately, Tetsuya Suzuki was just that much better tonight.
But you got to think, few more seconds of that toxic amputation could have been enough for Rory to clinch the deal, but Tetsuya Suzuki showing he just finally had that little bit left in the tank
Yeah.
to keep himself alive and swing the match in his favor.
Unfortunately, hypotheticals don't win matches.
Ask and you shall receive. I think little Colt's about to make his way to see who he's fighting for the Universal title at Grand Kickoff. There he is, John Lynch, Toxic Waste, JML. And nobody, I think, wanted to see him after our main
They
event.
didn't want to see him. Look at him.
This guy's been nothing but disrespectful. Look at him, taking beer from fans, sipping on that. You don't know what that's been. You don't know what JML's
Or you? He
been.
probably has some unknown disease from the middle of.
Oh, not just spitting on that
Oh.
fan. I think I can see some of the stink
come
lines
on,
from
man.
JML's breath forming over that fan.
They pay you salary, John Lynch. You don't have one. You broke. I cannot say that, but oh, come on, no, come on, really?
FC did nothing. He's just looking for a payday.
Oh, come on, what?
What's this guy to say?
Tetsuya Suzuki. I would say congratulations on your match, but I wasn't paying attention with all honesty. You know why? Because I really don't want to watch you wrestle. You know why? Because you suck. Not only do you suck, you're just not John Matthew Lynch, JML. Now let me break it to you like this. You are now sharing the #1 contender spot with me for the Universal Heavyweight Championship. But allow me to tell you something, Tetsuya. Allow me to tell you something. You don't know what you're up against. You absolutely don't. You think you all got it figured out in your mind, that little empty head of yours with the peeny-weeny brain. But I'll tell you this right now. You don't know who you're going up against. I am the man who saved the independent scene. I am the man who put the food on every single wrestler in BPW's tables. I am the man who can get all the ladies because I am 298 pounds of raw dogged ultimatum. But most importantly, Tetsuya, most importantly, I am Toxic Waste. I am the son of a certain last of a dying breed. I am John Matthew Lynch, JML. Yeah. Are you angry, huh?
Oh, what a child! JML. Suzuki
Well,
had enough of it.
Wolf, do you smell that?
It was
I
like
think it smells-
bitch in here.
I think it smells a little bit toxic in here after the words of JML cutting like daggers, seeping into the soul of Tetsuya Suzuki, and he had enough. He wants to meet him in the ring.
I think JML smells like the back of a cheesecake factory. Not pleasant.
And speaking of things that aren't very pleasant, this is all we've got time for this week of BPW Blitz, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you next week.